Well, I finally got it back. And a $6,000 repair bill, a little more than I figured, but my goodness. See you in a bit. Hello everyone, I'm back again. I finally got my tractor back last Friday with a $6,000 bill, which surprised me. I didn't think it'd hardly be that much, but it is what it is. I sure wish they'd hurry up and either get this, do something. I wish President Trump do something about Iran, either blow them off the face of the earth or do something. I don't think we'll ever be able to make a deal with terrorists, but I trust that he knows what he's doing and pray for the best. But I sort of took a break here the last little bit. I had went through my health and review, and it was just, the message was so bad, the threats and the stuff, that I just took a break for a little while. But I'm gonna tell you one reason that the state of Virginia, well, Northern Virginia, has turned so blue. It come out that other day that I seen in Fairfax County, where they had the miraculous 35,000 mail-in drop on the redistricting measure carried today. Well, it come out that Fairfax County, 1 out of every 5 is illegal or could be deported. So that's why when Spanberger come in, she automatically sanctuary state, sanctuary city, because they're protecting their voting block. And that's all blue cities across this country. They're protecting their voting block. That Senator Saddam from India up there, instead of honoring our fallen soldiers Monday, he had a protest walk and celebrating his gun ban. These people are not for America. They come in here, take advantage of our goodness, get elected in office, and they bring their country's, excuse my language, shit in here. He's a Muslim. His goal is Sharia law, I'm pretty sure. They want to ban our weapons where we can't fight back. And these communist Democrats are going to protect them because they want it to happen. They want America, our Constitution, to be tore up and thrown in the river or in the ocean. They can't stand that we're a constitutional republic. They have been trying to tear down our constitutional republic ever since Obama come into power. And now, this election cycle, you see that the people are finally getting it together and are making term limits. We got rid of Tom Massey. Indiana got rid of a bunch of rhinos. Texas last night, the people spoke up and got rid of John Cornyn, a big rhino. You know, I remember when he signed, went on to the Senate and signed for that gun bill that they pushed, and he went and back home to Texas and got booed off the stage. But somehow ended up reelected. Money. It's all about money and power. Right here in Virginia, we've got to get rid of Mark Warner and Tim Kaine. They've been there too long. They ain't nothing but, it's about money. They don't care about Virginians. They could give a shit if you pay your light bill or not. They could give a shit if your farm goes under. They don't care as long as they get that money. So the people are finally waking up. And I hope to God and pray that the people up in Northern Virginia wake up and get rid of these people. But as long as they protect those illegals and their voting block, they're dug in like a tick on a dog's back. So it's going to take the people, the good people that's got common sense, that wants our country back, to stand up and have a bigger voice and a bigger voting bloc than they do. Don't give up, people. Keep up the fight. Keep going to the ballot box. Keep voting. I mean, as long as we can go to the ballot box and vote, but these Democrats are well, they're not Democrats anymore. They're communists. They're Marxists. As long as they keep those illegals around, that's why they're fighting President Trump so hard to keep them in this country. It's their power. It's their voting bloc. I mean, they're all about raising taxes, and they raise taxes to keep those people in their power to give them free stuff to take from you and me. They'll pay them to have a good life, plenty of food, a good, nice home, vehicle, phone, health care, while the regular citizens suffer, to keep them in their voting bloc, keep them voting for it. Where they're illegal, it don't matter. They find a way to cheat. We're in a battle, people. You know, President Trump can just do so much with executive orders. Just takes the Congress and Senate to elect laws. We need the SAVE Act. And people are starting to wake up across the country and vote these people out. When 87 or 90% of the people want the SAVE Act, and the Congress turns their back on the people, on the voter, then it's up to me and you to stand up and vote them out. We have an opportunity to save this country and bring it back to what it really meant to be, a constitutional republic. You know, as the war goes on in Iran, people, things are going to get a little tougher. I mean, it just is. Fuel, food, be aware, stock up if you can. You catch sales on canned goods or whatever you like. Buy up a little extra if you can. If you're able, plant your little garden. We finally got some rain. My taters are finally coming up. Of course, my corn, I planted it a little bit. I got too big a hurry and it got frostbite. So before we got the rains, I had plowed it up. But the rains come, I didn't get a chance to replant it. But I've got plenty of time. And you know, as we go through, there's something I want to talk about, and that's our family farms and ranches. You know, people, you need to support family farms and ranches, our food system, our food supply, and there's one other group that sort of gets left out, and that's our truckers. Without them, you wouldn't get your food. You know, these bull haulers, I call them, that hauls our livestock, they pick up a load here. They don't stop until they get to Colorado or wherever, you know, wherever they're going, to a feedlot or you know, those guys sort of get left out in a way. But it takes us all, from the smallest farmer to the biggest farmer to the smallest rancher to the biggest rancher, to feed this country and the world. So remember that when you talk about, I've had comments, oh, it's all you people think about, your land and your cattle and your equipment. Well, without us, you don't eat. And they're trying to push these data centers in rural areas and destroy family farms that's been in operation for generations. Because I heard a guy from California the other day, come from California, he's big on YouTube, said, oh, the farmers are going to make so much money by selling their land to data centers. Well, our farms have been in our family for generations. We don't want to sell to data centers. We don't want the easy money. We want what was left handed down to us for generational generations, to hand it to the next generation. These people cannot comprehend heritage. They move. They can pick up and move from state to state. It don't bother them a bit because they come from Hollywood. This guy come out of Hollywood. He has no comprehension of heritage or heritage. That's why Northern Virginia, Spanberger, they hate Southwest Virginia because of our heritage. We still cling to our heritage. It means something, where we come from. Our forefathers handing down our farms, generation after generation, it means something. Our heritage means something. When people talk about the Confederate flag being racist, it's not racist. It's about heritage. It's our heritage. But anyway, remember, it's up to us people to take our country back. Stand up, get out, and vote. Don't stop. Right down to the Board of Supervisors meetings. Go out to those meetings and put a stop to a lot of this stuff that they're trying. I seen where Loudoun County, the school board's trying to hide that another girl assaulted. They tried to hide. They tried to hide it. You got Charlottesville with all the homeless and the drug addicts. I mean, here the other night up our Northern Virginia, a bunch of kids took over a street and had a flamethrower. You had a kid that tried to take a car and hit a policeman. He had drawn his pistol. 17-year-old kid. These socialist Democrats are teaching their children to hate America, hate authority, hate police, hate our military. They're trying to teach them that socialism, communism is what we need when it's failed everywhere it's worked. Look at Cuba. The people are starving to death. Look at these other countries that tried it. They're shitholes. We have a battle. We're in a war. We're in a spiritual war. And the Democrats wants us to fire the first shot. It's hard to tell what's going to happen. If we can't beat them at the voter box, something bad's going to happen, and it's going to be on. That's what they want, but they don't realize that there's more of us asleep in the, that's not saying nothing. I want to say something else. Somebody sent me an email and want to know why I show this place all the time. Well, I can't show my other places because all the threats that I get. I've got some farms that's right again the road, and I don't want my fences cut. I don't want my cattle poisoned on them other places, and I'm just not going to show them. My boys have took over a lot of those places, and I don't want to hurt what they're doing, and I don't want my cattle killed. I don't want my fences cut. I don't want bottles thrown in my hay fields right again the road. So I won't be showing too many places, only this farm here. There's 155 acres of this place here, and that's enough to show you. With that being said, the good Lord willing, I'll see you next time. God bless each and every one of you, and thanks for watching.